We've all been waiting for you.
For now. We're ready. You ready, Larry? All right. We'll call this meeting to order. It's the August 20th, 2025, Union City Council regular meeting at 6 p.m. Please join me for, roll call. Everyone is here and accounted for.
Yes.
For the record.
Step out for that, we're coming back in.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, item 4, consideration of the agenda. Is there anything that needs to be modified or removed or anything? Okay, we need a motion to approve the agenda.
So moved.
Thank you, Susan.
Second.
Thank you, Melissa. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? I think that was unanimous. So item 5 is consideration of the consent agenda, which is items 5A, B, C, D, and E. Meeting minutes from July 16, August 6, bills from July 10th to August 10th, receipts from July 10th to August 10th, and profit and loss statement from July 10th to August 10th. Does anybody want to pull any of those items for discussion or have any questions?
I would like to, please. On the income by fund for receipts and sessions, down underneath the 41155 miscellaneous, it says credit M, something per Lila He, for Scott, I'm not gonna try to spot it.
Weiss,
What was that for?
that was basically the collections fee, because he owed us $720, and he came in and paid $600. He was very upset that the collections fee was charged, so I decided to, since he did come in with the $600, I gave him the credit for the $120.
Thank you.
So the 600 was the actual bill, the original bill? Okay.
Yes.
Any other questions? Seeing none, could we have a, oh, sorry, another question. Take your time.
I just want to make sure, I know I highlighted something else, but.
Well, and I had, because we were gonna do a summary, so there was mapping, that was from the LCOG that you'll see for $4,984, and again, that was for the mapping of the
Municipal water,
PODs,
Right,
yep, that had to be done for our permit amendment for the water. And then we also did, in this month, pay our yearly insurance, so
okay.
that was a big bill.
And when are the LCOG dues?
We've already paid those.
Okay.
And-
Are they in the fiscal year? So it's
They
already
are.
paid for this current, okay.
Yeah, we're already in that
Very
year,
good.
yep.
On the profit and loss by class, underneath 51,300, page 10, 4984 legal. What is that total?
That's what I was just.
Was that the mapping?
Mhm.
Okay, that's what I thought you just said, okay.
Just checking since it's under legal. We want to
Yeah,
make
that's
sure
what I
it
was worried about.
Yeah, and that, obviously, I didn't see that was in, that we should probably put that under, well, it was kind of legal, because it was the LCOG who did it. I guess that's kind of that was my,
Any other questions?
Thank
Okay.
you.
Any other questions,
I
Andrew?
just had one question. So like, is there anything that could be prepared that just gives us what the balances are like at the end of the last month in our different accounts, our bank accounts?
and the bank accounts?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, I can do the reconciliation.
Well, I know you're doing a reconciliation, so it'd be great to see that.
Sure.
Because these are revenues and expenses, but we don't know what's in the bank.
Mhm.
So, it'd be great.
Do we want that, we don't? Yeah, okay, I'll ask the question.
Monthly or quarterly or?
Well, we get this as periodically as we get the bills.
Yeah, these are monthly, so one
Yeah.
council meeting a month, you see the
Yeah.
previous period.
Sure.
You do that?
Mhm.
And the dates may not quite jive
I get that.
for the bank statements,
I
but
get
yeah.
that, yeah.
No, because they're
Okay.
gonna be the last day of the month, and then
That's fine.
this
Because
is
they do
usually the
actual
10th.
month, right?
Yeah, I've been trying to keep it close to what was already started,
Mhm.
so it's like the 10th to the 10th.
Okay,
Because we had that once before and people were getting confused because the numbers don't match. So just know
Right.
the numbers aren't gonna match.
Unless you wanted me to change these reports to go
No.
like,
No, I just
July
wanted-
1st to July 31st, which would match the reconciliations. Just that next month would be a little off. And I can do that.
I'm not trying to create extra work, I just like to know what we have in the bank.
All right. And if it's the same amount of effort, make them the same date period.
Yeah.
It looks like we'll lose 10 days in one of them, we'll gain 10 days or lose 10 days for one, but that's fine. All right, any other questions or comments? If not, I need a motion to approve the consent agenda.
So moved.
Thank you, Larry. Second. Thank you, Rich. All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? All right, that was unanimous as well. All right, item 6 is announcements, correspondence. I think everyone's got a letter in front of them, we do have that. Was there anything else before we get to that?
I wanted to mention that Christy Krug, she's a young lady who has rented our space here at Dune City Hall a couple times.
Right?
She is going to be doing an event here for 3 Fridays in a row. It's the September 5th, 12th, and the 19th from 10 to 1. And it's kind of a walk, yoga, kind of creative experience.
Okay,
So anyone's invited. She is asking for a fee, just so you know, but yes,
gotcha. So this is a rental
yes.
of the room for her event, okay.
Will that be posted on our website for people to?
It is posted on our website. I think
There's
we
one
have
out
it.
here already,
Mhm.
right?
And I think I have one at the post
Okay.
office as well.
Yeah, I don't know.
And there's flyers right here by the
Bulletin
front.
There you
It
go.
might not be out there yet because I
Okay.
didn't have enough room,
Maybe it's
so
not at the
maybe,
front door.
but there's some at the front door.
All right, all right. Anything else?
No.
All right, so we got a letter and the Montoyas are both here, Mary and Jasmine. So do you want to read your letter or you want us to read the letter and ask questions? How would you like to do this? It's an unusual situation.
I have something to say before, it's not really the letter, but you want me to start now?
Yeah, please.
Okay. I have to read.
Sure.
Good evening, Mayor and Council members. My name is Mary Montoya, and I am the current owner of a property on Fallway. I am here tonight to respectfully request partial relief from a code enforcement fine that was assessed against my property before I inherited. I fully understand and support the city responsibility to enforce ordinances and maintain community standards. However, I did not commit the violation that led to this fine, yet I have inherited a full financial burden. The fine is significant and possesses an extreme financial hardship for me. The city has set deadline of August 25 of 2025, 5 more days, for full payment, after which a lien will be placed on my property. Unfortunately, due to my circumstances, I will not be able to meet that deadline. I am requesting an extension until my case can be formally heard and considered by the council. I am committed to keep my property in full compliance with all city ordinances, and I have already taken steps to ensure it remains so. I am willing to pay a reasonable portion of the fine as a part of the fair resolution. My request tonight is made in good faith and in a spirit of cooperation. I hope the council will consider both the fairness of my situation and the benefit of encouraging responsible property owners to invest in and maintain properties without being unduly penalized for prior violation they did not catch. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. So this is basically a citizen's concern, so we can't take any action tonight. We can, other than we could direct Lila to put it on the agenda if you want to have a further discussion at a future meeting.
Let me just say that, thank you for coming, but your situation is not uncommon in the world of real estate. And it's not something that you can walk away from. If I buy a property and somebody before me does something, I'm still on the hook. And there's no reasonable reason for a buyer and seller not to resolve that beforehand. So, Mayor, I'm opposed to putting this on the agenda. I think
Okay.
we've already asked and answered this question. And the lien they're out, man, is to protect us. If we file a lien on your property, eventually you'll have to solve that. You'll have to pay that. You can't sell the property with the lien on it. That's protection for us. But you did inherit a multi-million-dollar property. That's kind of a big problem for people to understand why you should get relief after inheriting a multi-million-dollar property. So we're just doing that for our protection. We're not doing it to be mean. We're not trying to punish you, but that's to protect the city. So I would be opposed to putting that on the agenda. I think we've asked and answered that question already.
Okay.
We're not getting appeals to appeals to appeals over and over again.
Is there anybody that would like to see it put on the agenda for a discussion? 'Cause I think that's really where we're at. We can, there is no appeal to an appeal. I mean, that's sort of, that part ran its course.
I did.
But you can always appeal to the mayor and council for, I mean, you brought this up before, Larry, for any business in the
Right.
city, so.
Right.
The letter's not asking for an appeal, the letter's asking for
Well,
payment.
No, she is asking for appeal.
to be put on a city council agenda for
Yeah.
discussion.
She
So we
wants
can't
to-
make any
She
decisions
wants to
tonight other
revisit this.
than if you'd like to have a detailed discussion and be put on an agenda.
Say that it's asking for an appeal, but.
No, just to be placed on an upcoming
Yeah.
city council agenda for discussion.
So
And then
it's
you
not
have-
asking for an appeal.
If you wanted to do a different action, we could visit that. Because I think that's, I mean, I've had this conversation with our attorney in the past, and he said, the way it's worded, council action was final. You've got 60 days to get to court. If somebody wants to appeal that appeal, it's not to the council, it's to the court, and that ran its course. That was months and months and months ago.
So right here is where the appeal is. She's saying, I respectfully ask that this matter be placed on an upcoming council agenda and that the payment deadline be extended until my request can be heard and decided. Her request is for reconsideration.
Yeah,
You don't want to do that. I don't want to do it.
all right. So I guess the question is there anybody that does want to do it? We'll put it on the agenda for a full discussion and possible action. If anybody wants to.
I'm solid with our decision. I do
Okay.
not want to see it on the agenda in the future.
All right, Susan? Yeah, okay, Rich? Chris?
There's
May I say something?
No?
No.
Okay. Go ahead.
Well, like all you know, this is from the past owner.
Yes.
And like he say, I inherit this, like he said, multi-million. I don't know exactly how much it would cost.
Sure.
They just inherited to me as a few days ago. It just passed July 26th. Still in the process, I cannot touch any money. I came here because I received a letter on my name, not on the previous owner. And actually, I do want to work with you guys.
Okay.
I know there is gonna be a lien, but I'm not planning to sell the house or anything like that
Okay.
soon. I'm planning to live there, and still gonna be legal issues, not only for the house, but other stuff from the family and all that. So it's a long process. It's not like I inherited money right now. I don't have any money right now. So, but I do want, as a owner, legal owner right now, I wanted to work with you guys. I mean, it's nothing to do, I mean, like he said, it's already said from the previous owner,
Sure.
Tom, and I am another person. And it happens that I've
Understood.
been inherit this
We appreciate that.
property for a reason.
Yeah.
But, well, yeah, ask you guys to consider to give me one more chance to deal with this situation. I mean, it's a lot of money, and I know you guys come in with some other new enforcement, and I would like to hear that too.
Okay. All right, so no change right now, all right. And it'll be probably an example we discuss when we get to our code enforcement findings, which is on the agenda tonight for, but I think it's the final version. I think we got everybody's comments, but anyway. If there's nothing else, we'll move on to item 7, reports. So I have a couple of items. I traded messages with the county today. They had their request for proposals. It was due, I think, on August 6th for Dyer Way, and they said, no update, we should be selecting somebody to start the design. So, don't laugh. They're working on it.
It's a disaster.
So, they're working on it. Sorry I brought it up for you guys.
It sounded so easy.
Right?
Yeah.
And
It's gonna
So anyway.
snap and it was gonna be fixed.
hey,
Yeah.
I said I would follow up. So don't shoot the messenger, please. Almost 2 years. You promised to be nice, Melissa.
I'm not the one being mean.
Okay, number 2, more serious note. We got an email late in the day. Lila and I didn't know we got this, but they sampled the algae. It just says last week, and I don't know what date that is. It doesn't really matter because this is the time of the year. But so we sent out to our newsletter list today, and I posted on the neighborhood Facebook post. They said, here's some warnings. It's not at an action level, but it's elevated. So figure better safe than sorry, because they said it's at the concern level for pets. And I don't want to hear from somebody that says my 16-year-old Maltese drank lake water and toppled over. So we sent the thing out today, and
It's just Silkus, right?
just Silkus, yes.
It happens every
I'm
year.
wondering where they're getting this from, because
I was
I'm
wondering the
telling you
same
what,
thing.
it is,
I went over to the dam yesterday, it was crystal
it
clear.
is the cleanest
The only
I have
place-
ever seen it in 10 years.
Yes, you know where they're doing it at? Because I watch them do it.
Okay.
They're doing it underneath the dock, the county dock out here. And that's where they take their samples from, and yeah,
Because
there's.
they're easy, right? They just dip it, they
And,
stand on
and
the dock
that's
and they
because
drop
the
the
wind
sample.
blows and stuff
Oh,
blows
yeah.
up in there.
Okay.
They're not sampling out far enough.
No, well, it should be random, right? You should take 6 samples, but
But
anyway.
they don't. They both sample
So-
right there at the dock.
If you swim
watch
where it's really soupy, keep your mouth closed. That's the technical version.
All right.
Keep your snorkel in, I don't know.
And she even
So
said
anyway,
that in the letter
Yeah.
that she sent out, is that
And
she
then the
did it off the
neighbor
dock.
took the pictures,
Right, and he does it right off the dock, so
and
he
they
does
were
not go.
so close you can't tell where they were. He just said,
Right.
look at the green, and I was like, yeah.
They both, I watched them
Okay.
both, they both go right on the county dock and sample on the side that's,
Mm.
and that side always is, because that's where all the stuff floats into.
Normally, I have some up there behind my dock. I have absolutely nothing. It's the cleanest, clearest,
Good.
crystal clear.
I'll show you where it
All
is.
right. No, yeah.
It's, but
Anyway,
it's
All right.
just in that one spot.
Okay,
It's not properly.
yeah.
Okay.
We'd just be appreciative that it's being announced, because there are people, not necessarily in this community, but in other communities that have lost their loved ones,
Yes,
their pets.
and pets,
So,
and
thank
I
you for
figured
the
we'll get the word out.
public announcement
Be aware.
for.
So it's mainly for
awareness.
people that take their boats out and have their dogs running free down there until they have the dog jump in the boat.
Maybe.
That's, would be the concern.
All right, thank you. Lila and I were talking about the next agenda. We don't have enough time. There's a holiday in there. We're gonna be closed on Monday, Friday and Monday. We don't have enough time to post the next public hearing that could be the septic ordinance and the code enforcement ordinance. So, and there was nothing else pending. So we're thinking about skipping the September 3rd meeting.
It's a good idea. It's right on top of Labor Day.
Exactly. Monday, we're closed, and the office is closed Friday, so anyway, it makes for a very short period if we're having a meeting, so I got some thumbs up here. And, but wait, there's more, there's more. I heard from the general manager over there at Darling's about a meet and greet date. That would be Cajun. since you got that look on your face like you don't know what I'm talking about. He said September 17th or 18th would be great for another meet and greet. 17th is the council meeting.
I was gonna say is,
On the 18th?
Either one. My grandson's getting married in New York, so
Okay.
I'm going to that.
Well, we have council meeting on the 17th, and he said 18th would be a good day, except for Susan, he didn't know that.
He did?
Is everybody else okay? So you would basically get 2 meetings back to back, not really a meeting, but,
I'll be out of the country.
I'll be out of the state.
oh dear, okay, so the 18th is not so.
So 3 of us are gone.
Are you out for the 17th as well, both of you?
I'm in Ireland.
Yes.
It's nice this
Some
time.
people go to Ireland on vacation, so
Yeah, it was good.
I just do whatever the mayor does.
Okay.
Well, I was gonna zoom in, but if Chris isn't gonna be here,
Yeah,
nobody said.
September may be awkward.
I can set it up, as long as
Yeah,
you
we've
keep it
done-
plugged in, we're good.
Yeah.
Well, last time we just lost.
Okay, so we won't do the 18th.
is there any
Okay.
appetite for having a meeting on the 10th?
going down to the one meeting for the month.
If we're only gonna have one and.
Instead of the 17th?
Yeah.
Yeah, instead of the 3rd or the 17th.
I'll be gone.
You're
That's when I
already.
leave, yeah.
I don't care either way myself.
I can do the 10th. Chris, can you do that?
Yeah, I'll be here.
I could do the 10th.
I think I'll be gone still, I'll be gone 10th.
Well, this is getting awkward.
How about October?
Yeah, do we
I'm
just,
good for October.
I'm not.
I'm not, because I'll be gone. If you guys, but we'll have Linda
or
or.
something on this kind.
So,
Yeah, that's it.
well, real fast. So everybody's good with not meeting on the 3rd,
Yes,
and three are out on the
17th.
17th, which means 3 are here, and if I'm here, we have a quorum, so we can meet the 17th if we need to, but we won't do any sort of meet and greet on the 18th, because the best case, there'll only be half of us here.
Yeah, I think we'd probably look at like the first full week of October for that, otherwise I'd have to go back and double check.
I think that'd be great,
Okay,
first week of October.
first week of
First
October.
full week of October, which would be the week of the 6th.
Yeah.
I'll check with Cajun, but we looked at the dates, I think that's about, if I remember correctly.
And I
Oh,
won't,
yeah, week of the 6th, I can do that.
I won't be here though. I mean, I'm not, I'm important to this, but I'm just saying.
Ooh. Should just get the bill. All right.
Who approved you?
Exactly, he's the guy in the center. Actually, I think I just told him.
Okay, then we'll see if we can wheel adjust. We'll talk to your boss.
So do we need a motion to not have the meeting on the 3rd?
So you're gonna have a meeting on the 10th, because you'll have a quorum, is that right?
On the 17th.
17th. He
So on the
wants to go ahead.
17th, you will have a meeting on the 17th.
Well, who was missing on the 10th? Duke was?
I think I would be, I don't think I'll be back yet.
I'll be on a plane.
Okay. So it's almost the same. So better to just stick to our regular date, and if you
Yeah.
can join by,
Yeah.
So we're gonna skip the 3rd,
Third.
we'll have a regular meeting on the 17th.
yes.
Oh, and Chris, you're not gonna be here, so there's no Zoom on.
No, we'll have Zoom. We'll set up Zoom.
Okay, all right, well, if I can Zoom, I will, but I can't promise you that
It's
I'll.
8 hours ahead.
I know, I get it.
You don't need no sleep that night.
It's
I think you're gonna have a quorum without me.
2 a.m. Yeah, I think we're gonna have a quorum anyway, so
I get
don't
that,
sweat us.
I used to
Okay.
do that kind of stuff.
All right, yeah. You've traveled internationally before.
I'm gonna pass my bedtime
All
on
right.
the East Coast, but I'm gonna do it anyway.
Okay. All right, then we'll stick to that. We'll stick to our 17th. We'll look for another date for the meet and greet. And then, but we're all good, no meeting on September 3rd.
Got it.
And I don't think we need to take any formal action, because if we didn't have any other items on the agenda, you were gonna get an email that says the meeting was canceled. So
Okay.
we just wanted to discuss it first, because I don't think we'll have anything else pressing. So that's everything I had. And then in your packet, you have a permit report and a code enforcement report. Any questions? At the risk of getting answers I don't like, anything else you want to add to this, Igor? How's everything
No,
going?
I'm okay with it.
All right, good.
I'm just here if anybody had any specific questions.
Okay. Except, don't ask any really specific questions, because if it's a work in progress, we don't want to know any details.
I'll give a general answer.
Yeah, appreciate that.
I hope you're getting all the phone calls that I'm sending to City Hall, because people are calling me and it's like, I don't do this stuff, call them.
Yeah,
We normally get calls and they email sometimes, and so it comes through. And now I've given out my mobile to a few people, so they call direct.
okay,
He does wave at you when he goes by your house.
yeah.
And we should say that short-term rentals now are down to 28.
Oh,
So
Very good.
what happened?
a few sold,
Okay.
like 3 have sold,
And nobody had reapplied?
and no one.
Oh, wow, okay. Well, you're running right out of town, Ivor. All right, any other questions or comments on that? Seeing none, we'll go to item 8, possible adoption of ordinance 272. This was revisions to the shared domestic water right ordinance. Remember, this only affects those with a Dune City municipal water right, which is 208 homes. There's a couple more.
240 homes, 208.
No. There's some that are vacant that South Coast Water has, right? Was there 208 users?
South Coast has 108 users.
Yeah, but what was the total actual users?
Right now, we have sent out about 340 invoices.
Oh, wow, okay, okay. All right, so anyway,
I guess I've got a question on, I've had some calls from people that are on that water system that are stating that, the water system is saying that they have to pay Dune City
yes,
for each individual.
yes,
They do.
that's what we approved,
And it was,
starting this year, last month. That's what, because the state said we gotta map them
Yeah.
and keep track of the individual point of use. We were mapped to all points of diversion, and they told us that's why we had to recreate that map and go to every single address instead of point of diversion. So yes, they're all individually reported now. So they're all being billed.
and so that's for everything that is on Dune City's water right.
Yes, correct. Yes. So it was a mixed bag. We had one community system that had 3 points of diversion for 37 homeowners or whatever. So they were paying for 3 meter reads. Now we have to report, even if it's just an estimate to each home. But yes, we now have to, we report and had to map all that down to the individual parcel number and address of the home. So that started this year. So yeah, we have gotten a couple of those. Who was it? Fern Acres came to the last meeting, or a month ago.
We
I
have
met
a
with some people at South Coast on Monday.
Okay. So yeah, it's been a shock for some of them because
And so
they
why,
didn't see it individually.
why does Dune City want those that don't belong to Dune City's rights?
We don't. These are all people with Dune City rights.
No, but you want, everybody else's, well numbers.
We don't want any rights. That's just a tracking link. We're mapping them all to report to the state. They're not keeping track either.
But it's pretty nice when it's all done, because then if you have a water right, you go there and go right in.
We don't have a well.
Well, whatever the water right is.
Actually, the map includes wells too, so
Yeah.
Chrissy
I mean,
did an overlay.
Ultimately, right, we have individual water rights, municipal water rights for surface water,
But
well water.
I guess I'm confused as to why Dune City needs to follow a right that is a state law.
Well, we're just mapping it.
Just verifying everybody's got a right,
But the
Not
only people
everybody's-
that are,
permitted or has a right either.
Richard, is your question more appropriate to say is why are we doing the state's job?
No, well, I guess, I was trying to clarify why all of a sudden, all these individuals that are on the water system that are basically being overcharged to start with are now having to pay another $103 a year on top of the existing water system that's overcharging.
We have
So
nothing in our
now-
water system, but we have to report them, so they're gonna pay
Yeah.
their piece of it. And that just started this year.
So
And we discussed this at the budget committee.
they're getting a free ride before this, so it's like they're part of our municipal water right.
Right.
If they're being overcharged by their HOA water system, that's
Yeah.
not our problem.
That's
their
for
problem.
them to take up with their
For
HOA.
the responsibility we have as a municipality for our municipal water right, and we really gotta pay the fair share.
And it's $100 a year.
Yeah.
We're not overcharging anybody.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
our peer agencies are $35 a month to read the meter.
Yeah.
Just for the meter.
I would
We're
encourage,
charging $100
but you're
a
not,
year.
you're not reading those meters.
Yes, we are.
Yes, we are.
You're reading all of those
We have a
meters.
third party that reads all the meters and reports monthly. Yes.
For that water system?
All the meters. Everybody on municipal right is accounted for now. And I think there's a couple that are missing meters, but
So why would
Yes.
Dune City read those people's, that company's water rights?
Because they're part of our
They don't have
water right.
water right, they have our water.
Yeah,
What, no,
they're part of the
what
the
I'm
company
saying,
doesn't have water right.
I think it's a difference between.
that company, South Coast Water System,
Delivers their water.
delivers their water.
Yes.
Reads their water meter, and so Dune City's reading those meters as well.
Yeah, we have to do a monthly, well, we have to do an annual report that we have
Yeah.
to report monthly. Yes,
For different purposes.
yes,
We're doing it for water volume accountability.
Right.
The other company's doing it for billing.
they're keeping track of
Okay, so
chemicals
it's-
and use.
Double doing the job.
Yeah,
It's two
Yeah,
two
they are.
different agencies, two different responsibilities. We don't care about their water delivery, what we care about is our municipal water right.
But I get it, but, then again, we're here to watch out for our citizens as well.
Yeah,
Right.
and they've been getting a free
And
ride.
we are, because the rest of the city's been subsidizing it.
Yeah.
Well,
That was our challenge. We were always short the utility fund. This year, when we remapped them all, we said, we gotta bill them all individually. There's a bunch that haven't been billed individually. And we're responsible to report them all and map them all.
if I'm not mistaken, that was put out when they all agreed to have Dune City take over their water.
Well, we didn't take anything over. These are all that have applied for Dune City municipal right. But
No,
that's
but
been
we-
available since 1973.
When we utilized the grant to help
Oh,
fix
for
their
some of the
water
systems.
system, that was brought
Right.
up.
Right. Because I think some didn't have the proper right.
Correct.
Right. Right, so they were
So-
incorporated in all, basically all new permits are asked if they want to join the
Correct.
cities, because it's the cheapest and simplest way to get there.
Correct.
So they can do their own thing, but, I mean, we've been handing out a little, here's your info, if you want to do it on your own, get your own right. It's $1,000 to apply, and you sever yourself from the city, and you go do it with the state, but it's not cheaper. And you still gotta have somebody, either you gotta read it or somebody's
I
gotta
mean,
read it.
I still have to pay to the state every year for my water, right? I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, that's
I
just
just have
cost
more
more coverage for
questions
us.
than answers, and I feel like I'm just getting kind of loaded on here
Right.
by everybody, so, I'm just gonna end the conversation right there.
All right. And I don't think that is covered by this.
No, the only
Ordinance,
thing we
right? These
changed
were
in here
reviewed.
was, the fact that we wanted it to state in here that they're supposed to have a remote read,
Right?
yes.
But I do have one question.
Yes.
Underneath
Let's have this
section
discussion.
51.60 for new meters, it says the meter must be installed at every point of diversion. We have people that are on, it should be points of use, if I was not mistaken, is that, we have to change them to points of use, correct?
We don't have to,
We report all the points of use,
yes, but we don't have to.
but the state's
do it.
requirement is the meter, the point of diversion, right?
Yes.
So it could be metered
So where
twice.
the pump is in the lake,
So that's
Yes.
gonna affect people, because for example, I have 2 pumps in the lake,
Right?
but I have 5 people on meters in my area.
Each one.
but you are also, you have a combination of people. Some people have state water rights and some people have
Yeah.
ours.
So we only
So if they
report
have-
the ones that are.
If they have our meters, then we are reading them.
Okay, but it just sounds kind of tricky when we say for every point of diversion, because they're diverting off of mine.
No, I get it, but not the state's definition of diversion. That's
Okay.
where you take it
That's why I
out.
wanted to
Either
make
you take it
sure.
out of the ground or you take it out of the lake.
Do we need to put that somewhere?
Probably not, because anybody that pulls a new permit,
That's what I was
Gets a meter,
confused,
no
because it
matter
says
what.
new meter here, I wanted to make
Yeah.
sure it was not just applying to, To me, it just seems a little confused.
Yes.
Confusion
No.
that could be presented.
They want more money.
Mostly they want the information, but,
I know that we should have communicated this a whole lot better than what we did, because the phone calls that I'm getting, people are pissed off because there was no communication on any of it, so.
Well, it was part of the regular budget process.
yeah.
And we published it, we discussed it, we debated it, and of course, most citizens don't pay any attention to our budget.
Well, and I even sent a letter
Yeah.
to
There's an
the company
explanation that
itself.
goes with them.
Yeah.
I said, because I didn't know how they wanted to handle it, right? Because were they going to send out individual bills with the new fee? Were they gonna pay us? Those are the questions. And so I did send a letter to the companies first.
So it was clunky, they're all handling it different.
Yes.
Yeah. The individual water systems.
I mean, I got
And that's part of the
some of the
confusion.
same phone calls, you know, from
Oh,
people,
yeah.
probably different people than we spoke to.
Yeah.
But they're going, what's all this about? And I said, well, the city has a municipal water right, and if you're participating in that, there's a cost
Right.
for the city to administer that. So,
I mean, and the reality is, it's a super reasonable cost. I mean, I came from a city where they build it, and
yeah,
I paid $150 a year if I conserved a lot of water. I mean, $150 a month.
right.
So 103 a year is a gift.
I was gonna say, Florence is over $100.
Florence is $100 a month. Oak Ridge is $35 a month to read the meter. They're the same size as us. They got 600 metered customers. It's $35, basic service charge, no water. You know, we did all the comparables. I mean, we went out and did the research, so.
And we've capped ours at just CPI or
It's like
something.
$9 a month.
It's
Nobody
something
knows
by
that.
the rate.
Well, I have no point, sorry, go ahead.
Well, Fern Acres, they were, much people were in, we had a meeting,
Yeah.
and, I mean, it was a little sticker shock, you go from 103 for the whole
Right.
shooting match, and then
And I-
it's individual.
They didn't know how to
But we all
budget for
under,
a year.
we all accept it, I mean, we understand, you know, it's the way it was, it's not the way that it is now. And it isn't Dune City asking, it's the state, so,
Yeah.
you know, you just, I went 2 years without water, I'm still a happy clam having running water. $103 is nothing to me.
I heard when you guys had to do, you only had like so many hours of water per house per day.
we
I
were
was
lucky.
like, whoa,
Oh, yeah.
that is
That's
just so not.
I had a hunt camp set up in the backyard for 2 years.
Yeah, 'cause you can't collect your own water, you know, it's against the law.
Oh, that was good.
I just think that one simple sentence, I mean, is a little confusing for someone to come in and, I just see it
Well, I
as not
think-
only a matter of
I
interpretation.
think when they come in, they get clarity, because if you want to pull a permit and you want to get city's rights, if you want to do your own thing, you're on your own. And if you want city right, you fill out a form and you get a meter.
Okay.
So I don't think there's any question when you actually pull a permit. It's been all the catch-up from the old. So we've been doing this since '72, and so there has been some inconsistencies.
But I guess I kind of understand, because she has 2 points of diversion, does she get charged twice, and then each individual gets charged twice on top of that? For each,
Once on top of it.
well, no, it'd be
Only the one.
twice, because you got 5 people on 2 different diversions would be twice.
And
I
like, if
mean-
we don't charge them for their water, we're gonna give them water, it's their state human right. Well, they don't pay Wahink any money for water.
So some of these, the state will accept an estimate if you read at the pump and you say there's 5 houses. They have a number they use, I think it's .046 cubic feet per second,
That's
or .00, whatever it is. Yeah, they say, here's a single family home.
yeah.
And so they'll accept that because they said overall, we're under on our total allocation. So
Yeah.
that was the original, part of the original issue is worried about resources, right? And we're under their estimate. So, but we had to prove it up. We couldn't just say we're fine, you know, they said, show us how much you use. So from the city's right, we're fine. We don't measure anybody else, but,
And her system, again, is complicated because she's got
Yes.
a combination.
She's
She's
got
got
some people
people
with
that
their own water
that have their
rights.
own water rights, their state water rights. And then she also has a couple people that are on the Dune City water rights. So
They're part
those
of that
people,
system.
they pay us a water administration fee. That are on the Dune City water right.
so there's a lot of non-typical examples around here.
Very much so.
This whole city's not typical.
No, we don't have a service charge for springs.
No, not yet.
Let's keep it that way, please.
For Steve's. So, with that, I will read the script, because I think the actual revision was very minor. and what we've been talking about wasn't really from this, but I get it, it's related. So if everybody's good, this is ordinance 272. Proposed ordinance requires 2 readings before it's enacted. City Charter section 34 subsection 3 provides that both readings may be read by title only if A, no council member present at the meeting requested to be read in full, or a copy of the ordinance is provided for each member and all the requirements for posting and advertising have been met, and they have been, correct?
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. So we meet B. Does any counselor desire the ordinance to be read in full? Seeing none, I will entertain a motion to read the ordinance by title only.
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. I will read ordinance, sorry, I guess we got to vote on that. We have a motion. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, I will read ordinance 272 by title only, and ordinance amending chapter 51 of the Dune City Code of Ordinances previously created by ordinance number 231A in 2016. I will now open this agenda item for public hearing at 6:39 p.m. City Recorder, do you have any written testimony to read into the record?
I do not.
Okay. Do you have anyone online? No. It looks like they want to comment. Okay, is there anyone in the audience that would like to comment on the ordinance? Please, Ms. Jackson.
Yes, I'm very concerned about a number of issues here, and unfortunately, my sister Geneva had really meant to make this meeting, and she got delayed on the highway. She had hoped to be here, but I don't know if she'll make any time to speak. I am very concerned about what's going on with the water.
Specific to the ordinance.
How is that not part of the ordinance?
Well,
You're changing one ordinance, and all it, isn't that what you're trying to do? You're trying to change everything about water by this
No,
ordinance?
we're not trying to change everything about water. We're saying you gotta have a water meter. That was the only revision, correct? In
Remotely,
layman's terms.
yes.
Okay, well, I have a number of issues with that.
With meter reading?
Yes.
Okay, go
When
ahead.
Dune City first came to be, and they came through Westlake, trying to petition people who wanted no part of Dune City. They swore they would bring us water and sewage. That has never happened, looks like it never will happen, and we were correct, you never have a right to siltcoos. The state is in charge of that. I would prefer to have them or the county in charge, because they have been a fair arbiter. What's going on in Wohink really concerns me. I was very concerned for those people who came and found out they're going to be paying 12 times what they were. I would not want to be one of them. And your talk earlier about the pollution is, just under the dock. I actually had heard the same rumor. I don't know if we're talking about the same thing, but the dogs got sick and ill from drinking water in Wohink.
Can we stick to the ordinance? Because there's nothing here about algae bloom or
Okay.
Wohink Lake, or sorry, Silcoos Lake.
They were things you were speaking about earlier in the meeting.
No, but right now it's public hearing for the ordinance language only. Did you have any specific comments on the ordinance 272?
Yes, I did, and my sister had a number she was going to read, but she didn't make it here in time because she had a delay on the highway. I'm just saying, when you say this was all done in 2016, I was here then. We were objecting to it then. And I so agree with so much of what Rich Olson has said tonight. I'm very concerned about the very issues he is. And I think this has been done behind people's backs. It's because you say, well, nobody comes. Well, nobody comes because no one gets heard. And when we do try to speak, we're cut short, we're told you're off the topic. And as for, Councilor Farnsworth, I know you are well-intended, but I think you don't understand the history of water issues on these two lakes and how upsetting it is to people. And that we always were in charge of our own water, but we had rights through the states. Now Dune City's trying to find a way to make more money. It's always been about the city making money. And a previous mayor had stated that he said, I'm not going to apologize for wanting to make money. Cities are a business. They're all about making money. Well, that shows how little you care for us or care to keep your promises that were made to us. And you were very clear that it's all
Okay,
about money.
thanks. Your 3 minutes is up, and I don't think we're talking about the ordinance right now.
Thank you for your time.
Anyone else want to speak? Please, Rapunzel.
Sorry, I didn't sign in, but I was just looking at this and it's a question on the content. If I have the same copy that you do,
Okay.
so we're at the point to discuss that, right?
Well, we're just discussing the ordinance, so yeah.
Okay, so in section 1,
Yep.
it ends with deletions shown in strikeout and additions shown in underline.
You're right, and that's old language, right, because it's no longer showing the strikeouts and the additions, you're correct, that was the previous version, that was for,
So the
for public
language
review.
that's here is
Is the
the
final.
proposed new language.
Yes, and you're right, we need to strike,
Okay,
amend it as follows, and then strike that sentence, because the new language it was very minor revision, I apologize
confused
for
me
that.
momentarily, thank you.
No, thanks for pointing that out. Anyone else? Seeing none, we'll close the public hearing at 6:45. So we need to amend the language of ordinance 272, as pointed out by Rapunzel, section 1. It says amended as follows, comma, and then it should be the rest of the body. Strike that sentence. That was when we published the revision.
So amended as follows with a colon or a comma, or what are you proposing
I
there?
think it would be a semicolon, wouldn't it?
Semicolon?
Yes, semicolon instead of comma,
All right.
and then the rest of the language stays. I'll entertain a motion to approve the language of ordinance 272 as amended.
Do the second reading first.
No.
Oh.
We got to take a motion to amend the language, and then.
I'll make the motion.
Thank you.
With the approved language.
I'll second.
Okay. All those in favor of approving the revised language for ordinance 272?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, that's unanimous. I will now entertain a motion to have the second reading of ordinance 272 by title only.
I'll move.
Thank you, Larry.
Second, or Rich would have it. That would be highlight there.
Thank you. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Well, it's a majority anyway. I will do the second reading of ordinance 272 by title only and ordinance amending chapter 51 of the Dune City Code of Ordinances previously created by ordinance number 231A in 2016. I will entertain a motion to accept the wording of ordinance 272 as amended in our first motion and to adopt and pass ordinance 272.
So moved.
Thank you, Larry. Second that, Chris. Although, this is a roll call vote, so how do you vote, Larry?
Aye.
Okay. Chris?
Aye.
Rich? Aye. Susan?
Aye.
Melissa?
Aye.
Did you forget?
I'm writing, no, I'm writing. I take notes too, just in case, so, understanding. Okay, the motion passes. Ordinance 272 is hereby adopted, will become effective August 20th, 2025. Thank you. All right, next. Next item on the agenda is code enforcement violation, just the proposed fee schedule. So after the comments and the discussion at the last meeting, if we got all the notes right, this is everything we discussed.
Let me ask a question.
Please, yes.
What was our reasoning, because I don't remember, of having the tree and the grading violations different for the repairing area? I I thought they were the same, so I'm
Well,
trying to.
The first draft, we had violation in the riparian habitat, and basically because of the possibilities and what the law said. So we had part of that discussion last time, that grading or fill in the riparian was what the state regulated as a separate, right? That would require a separate plan review and.
I understand why they're
versus
separate.
vegetation.
I just don't understand why the numbers are different.
Oh,
I think I did that, because we didn't actually talk about what the extra violations would be.
For the
And I
grading.
thought to make it consistent, we should have a second and third. And so I entered those. And so, because we did talk about 5,000 per tree for a second on the tree vegetation violation, but again, we didn't have anything for grading.
Oh.
So then I just did what we did up here and did it by 50%.
and that's why we put it back on here
Yeah.
for review and discussion. So if you don't like it, tell me, bring it up.
I think in the riparian area, the fines should be the same. To me, the riparian area is a substantial area that we need to protect.
So $1,000 first occurrence, 5,000 second occurrence?
Yes.
That's what I thought we had done.
I thought we had, for the excavation in the riparian area, 2,500 and 5,000 in 24 months.
Yeah, this just threw me because these are
Okay.
the other two.
That's what I have written down. So did I hear wrong? Anybody else?
I think you're right, Melissa, I think we did have higher numbers.
We did,
Okay.
I
because,
thought they were higher.
So 1,000 first occurrence?
No, I think it was,
no, just for the grading
Yeah,
violation in the riparian, it's 2,500 for the first offense.
Okay.
5,000 for the second occurrence. We did not do a third occurrence, and it's within 24 months.
so 2,500, 5,000, and we can do 7,500 for the third within 24 months, right?
Sure. And then the tree / vegetation in riparian and grading in riparian would be the same.
I have 1,000,
The tree starts out different, but,
Exactly.
but the grading is so much more critical to the area.
And we potentially need a clarification because the state law is more than 50 cubic yards. So less than 50 cubic yards is basically grading without a Dune City permit, but it doesn't rise to the level of violating the state law. So do we want to distinguish between the two? Because it would be easy to move a couple of rocks or something and have somebody say, you moved earth, which isn't the intent, right? I mean, it was, the state law is fill in the riparian or the wetlands or the habitat area. If you fill in the wetlands, and that was 50 cubic yards. That's what I called the state on that one, and they said, if it's not greater than 50, we're not interested. So do we need to say that? I mean, and it doesn't have to say the fee schedule. I just want to make sure everybody understands that every time somebody goes around with a shovel in their yard, they're not necessarily going to go find it.
I understand that.
That's a lot of shoveling.
I'm looking at a whole bunch.
That makes sense.
That ruins the riparian
Oh,
area.
yeah, for sure. Because I think our ordinance, mirrors state law, I think. So it should be, or reference to state law, because it's 50 cubic yards of fill.
For the erosion and sediment control plan.
Yes, right, and that triggers other things, right?
I think the 2,500, 5,000, 7,500, 24 months is the disincentive we want to put there.
Okay,
And, you're correct about how the law works for the state, and we don't want to be chasing people who move a shovel full of stuff.
right,
We're worried about the person who decides that they don't have a waterfront beach and now they put one in.
right, and fill in a low area that is, back on the map. Makes sense to me. Any other comments? Any others in the other areas? I think all the other areas, the first one, the short-term rental changed because it was $1,000 for the violation, but it presumed you were applying, which is another $500. So we made it $1,500, so there's no incentive to cheat. It's you may as well apply if you're gonna go through all that.
Well, my suggestion would be that we get feedback periodically from Igor and staff as to whether or not these are helping.
Yeah.
You can have all the fees and penalties, but if it's not helping, it's not a tool that we intended to be. We intended it to be a tool to help us We're not trying to just ding people.
Right,
We're not trying to make money here. This is not to make money.
Right.
This is to help us keep people on the straight and narrow and protect the beautiful city we live in
sure.
and the lakes we live by. So,
Yeah, all our ordinances really, right, are living, right?
Right.
If you say this doesn't make sense or doesn't work anymore,
yeah, we don't have a line item. We have to get this much
Nope.
fine money. We don't have that in our budget.
I also have another clarification, maybe need.
Okay.
Instead of putting parking in Dune City right away, I thought we'd put illegal parking. I had right away down and then I crossed it off, which would
Well,
indicate that we changed
The
it
first one said illegal vehicle. and-
on road.
Yeah, and so, we're not inspecting vehicles, it was anything parked in the right of way. Because
Okay.
we don't allow parking in the right of way. Generally, the street's not wide enough for that, so that was supposed to make it clear. If it didn't make it clear, we can change it again. But that was basically the complaint we got.
Okay.
The most common complaint from a short-term rental was they were leaving a truck and trailer in front of their home in the
It
right of
was.
way to block up the
Yeah.
driveway.
Is it a Dune City right away though?
Most of them. Most warehouses front are, but some aren't, right? We get calls about Clear Lake and Canary and
So
stuff.
should we
It's county
label it as
road.
a Dune City right of way?
Well, this is only in the city of Dune City anyway. We don't need to say that. It's a given unless the county calls for assistance. It's only on our own rights of way. Where we have jurisdiction.
So
For
like,
homes, signage, trespass, whatever, because we've gotten calls, somebody's on the property next door, but the property next door is unincorporated Lane County.
should I take out Dune City then, or just make it parking in right away, or leave the Dune City?
I think it makes a difference either way, because we only have jurisdiction over Dune City right away. And, well, there are rights, there are private drives in the city too, where we can go and help with a complaint, but we don't cite people on private roads. That would be up to an HOA or somebody else. So maybe it's safer to leave it that way. And we have a map of that too now, right? Public and private streets at a glance. Because that does come up a lot too, whether it's public or private. Any other comments? Chris?
No, anything else, Larry? Question for you?
All right.
Do we need to adopt this? Do we need a motion?
Tonight, yeah, we'll approve it, and then, we adopt fees by resolution. So would there be another meeting with the resolutions? Yeah, so this was just the final discussion, but yeah, we want to approve any revisions, so, did you have any other comments, Susan? Melissa?
No.
Duke? No. All right, thank you. Then, yes, we will entertain a motion to approve with revisions to the fines for grading violations and riparian, being 2,500 first occurrence, 5,000 second occurrence, 7,500 third occurrence within a 24-month period. Could someone make a motion that
So
says
moved.
something like that? All right, thank you. Anybody want to second that?
A second.
Thank you, Melissa. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, that's unanimous. All right, so that will come back at a future agenda as a resolution to adopt the fee schedule. And then the code enforcement revisions itself to the ordinance will be a public hearing once that's noticed in the newspaper. All right, item 9, citizens input for anything not on tonight's agenda. Anybody by raise of hand? I mean, we had a sign-in sheet, but we've talked to everybody on the sheet. Ms. Jackson, number 2?
Yes, I'm concerned because while I appreciate a lot about the new website, we're no longer able to get old records and information from years ago. We used to be able to do that. I mean, I could look at the minutes for a meeting from 1981 if I wanted to. And now, it is possible to do that, I suppose, if you came in and paid for someone, but if you can't look at it, you don't even know which one it is you want. So it's pretty typical for cities to do that. Why don't we have it and why don't we have it possible?
It's still there, isn't it?
We went back like 10 years when we made the conversion, and we had to move everything over.
Okay.
I still have it, but I didn't think anybody was looking at meetings from the 60s, so I didn't move them.
Well, there was a period of time when the charter wasn't even up.
Well, there was a transition period. It's
So,
different now.
I like that, it saves me a lot of time and you guys a lot of headaches. And if it was available, for me to print out at home, I still wouldn't be needing to pay for it. Furthermore, again, I repeat, how do you know what you want if it's not up to look at? Right, that's all I have to say.
Good question.
It's just a matter of priorities.
So we have like 10 years available right now, but not all.
Yeah, we can go back through it, it's just, we
Is
didn't
it
think there was a
not,
need and a reason to
Right.
tax the staff to do it.
Right,
But if there is
cost
a
for
need,
storage.
yeah.
history is important.
Well, they're
We
not
haven't
gone.
deleted it, right,
Yeah,
it's
is
just,
it possible?
how much do you wanna pay for to put on the web? There's a cost to the city. So,
It used to be up there all the time. What did it cost to keep it up there? It costs you to keep the rest of us informed. I mean,
Yes, it does.
don't cities need to do? Well, no, I understand that it make the website cost something. I get that.
well, it's less now because we used to pay a bunch of fees for stuff that didn't work, but, it doesn't matter what it is. I mean, if there's a demand for it, we can look at moving the rest of the stuff. And,
Or people can just come in and get it, and it costs a whole lot less money.
Well, they don't know what they're looking for.
right, sometimes that's difficult because they want to browse, and I get that. You want to go backwards. I've done the same. Like, what was the discussion on this item? And you don't know what meeting it was on, so you just start going backwards through the meetings until you
Yes.
find where short-term rentals were introduced, that sort of thing. I've done the same, and I didn't go back more than 4 years, 5 years, but, yeah, we can look into that. We haven't deleted anything, nobody's deleted any history, it's just, there's a cost to everything. And there's not a fee for much of anything in Dune City, we don't get any taxes, so we're penny pinchers. But we'll look into it.
Thank you.
So like, for example, the resolutions on the website go back to 2012, right?
But,
Yeah, 2012. So
all right.
we cut off basically the same thing when we made the conversion.
And there's a lot of ordinances that never existed electronically. As we go through the codification, that should all be available, because right now you can't search all the regulations, because they were never electronic. But will be.
How much history is there? How far back do we have a paper trail for?
It's a lot.
I know, but I'm just asking, what is it?
I don't know.
1960, is it?
Alan Campbell said he has tapes of everything he did for many years. And he has always said anytime we need anything, there might be a fee if you're going way back and
A
it
tape of what?
requires a lot of
A
work.
meeting?
Yeah, he's got them.
Well, that
all.
won't cover what we're looking for. You're looking for an actual
That's a
printed
separate
agenda
thing,
and
but
backup.
Yeah,
That's,
interesting too.
that's a different animal.
Yeah, but
So we
accessing
have them too.
current
We have all of
information,
Alan's videos, so.
yes. And he said he will and can make them available. And one thing I didn't say when you wanted me to speak about 272 is, I just didn't say, and I wanted to say, and should have, is that I don't have a copy of it. I don't have a copy because I can't go online and get it. And when I ask for things, I'm always put off. And no, I never got to see it. So I would have really appreciated if you had read it in person, because you know what? The people out here want to know what you're passing.
Okay.
You may know, but we do not know. Do you not care about the citizens who live here?
That's the only reason we're here.
We want
I
to be
think that's a
better
rhetorical
informed.
question. I have a question for you. Would you like a laptop?
I not only don't have a laptop, I don't know how to use a laptop. I have 2 college degrees, but I never had to learn
Do you
computer.
want one?
No, because
You
I
go to the
have.
library and use the computer, right?
Yeah. But how is it you won't accommodate many people who live here? I am one of many seniors who live in the area who don't have a laptop, don't know how to use one. I mean, Duke himself is in that
We
situation.
have a public one available, and I was gonna give you one if you want one.
I would like a way that we can access the information and it's there.
That's a different problem.
Yeah,
Because not everything we want is available at our fingertips yet, regardless of what Bill Gates and all those people on the internet say. But
absolutely.
we do have quite a web presence for a small town.
Technology is not, we're rushing ahead of the technology we have so that a lot of us are left in the dark, and certainly people like me who don't have a computer, or I don't even have
Do you
a
want a
smartphone.
computer?
I think he just offered to accommodate you
I know.
2 different times.
It's free.
Well, I would need to take a computer class.
No,
But why do I have to think about that? Why do I have to do that?
You don't have to do
Live here and
anything.
be
It
one
was
of
just an
the many
offer. You can
retirements.
continue to come in and, or look at the post office for agendas.
I do,
Did we have any other public comment?
I do, and I come here for information when I can.
Okay, thank you. Anyone else?
I'll wait until they're all secluded and done. Any
Your
other
public
questions?
comment, or you?
I just want to question,
Okay,
these agendas are posted.
yes,
272 was in this, correct?
Yes.
To the public, so it was posted, thank you.
Where?
Not the whole, well, it's been
the
here.
paper version
The
is
paper
tacked to
version
the
is
wall.
right here in our office.
At the post office.
Readily available for
The
anyone who
internet
wants
has
to
the
come
whole-
look at it.
Yeah,
And
I
that's
know,
on-
it was-
that's on the-
I just asked if you already prior to tonight.
Oh, yes, a week ago.
That's what I want to make sure. Thank you.
All right, we'll close that. There's no need for an executive session. For the good of the order, let's start with you. What do you got, dude?
No.
Nothing. Thanks.
Sorry, just
I'm not disappointed. If Duke's happy, that means a lot of people are happy.
No, I'm happy.
Melissa.
He's got water, remember?
Yeah, he's gonna run a water.
I'm fine, thank you.
Thank you, Melissa, or sorry, Susan. Melissa too. Susan. Rick.
We got a little bit of work done on the river, but that's gonna be an ongoing process.
Okay, that reminds me, I got that polyethylene, the 2 squares cut for that patch. I went over there 2 nights ago and traced, because I wasn't confident I had a big enough piece, but, so I cut them. I have, I think, 7 strips, so we need a few more. I have all the hardware and I have the 2 squares, and we've got some negative tides here in about 5 days, so I'm gonna go over there.
The 11th is the negative, the most negative tide.
Yeah, there's a little bit negative, I
Yeah.
think, this weekend.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go over there and, because I think if I'm wading in the water, it's only gonna be like a foot deep, and I'll be able to get underneath the ramp, bolt together what I have. I got all the hardware.
I can get that other stuff from that guy
Okay.
anytime
And
too.
if you do, I'll cut them up.
Okay,
Anyway, we'll be ready for that.
perfect. That's all I got.
Okay, Chris.
I just wanted to remind people, because it's come up in the discussion, that we're volunteers. We don't get compensated in any way. So despite what some people think, we're not in this for the profit. We don't make any profit.
Thank you.
We're volunteers.
And neither does the city. It's a non-taxable government entity. It's not a business, regardless of what anybody said in the past. Larry?
Well, I just want to say that it's a pleasure for me to serve with able-bodied, great volunteers, because Chris is doing a great job with the IT, and I admire the mayor and Rich for going out and helping work on that repair. And everybody brings something to the table here, and it's just an honor to serve with all of you and to make this place a great place to live,
I
so
appreciate it.
thank you. I don't
Thank
have
you.
anything else.
And I gotta say, our council, we have the coolest dress code ever. The old city council I worked with, it was all ties and stuffed shirts. Since nobody wore a Hawaiian shirt to a council. See, we get 3 shirts camouflage.
Yeah.
We got 3 shirts on. Ah, there we go, we're in there. All right, so with that, I need a motion to adjourn.
I have one more
Oh, wait,
question.
okay.
I do also have one again, right?
Well, no, we had said that we were going to do a picture.
Yes, I know.
That's never been put on the agenda.
And we never got it.
Anyone,
I know, we keep saying, maybe next meeting we'll all be in a blue shirt.
and you, yeah, it keeps being put off.
How about October?
And yeah, because September's not looking very good.
I know that, but, you know, at first we said August, and
Yeah.
we got, so I'm
All
just
right.
asking, can we put that back on our,
Yes.
forefront of our,
Okay.
Put it on the agenda?
We'll just have to pick a day when we're pretty sure everybody will be here. So will that first meeting in October work?
Yeah.
Everybody was here for that. Okay, first meeting in October. And then, and this isn't really a business item, but once we establish our meet and greet night, I want to make sure we invite the budget committee, because we've got a couple of citizen members, and the planning commission. And I think this time we should make name tags that, for the council, the planning commission, and our budget members, so that, because we didn't know everybody that was there. And then it's kind of like, you know, you don't know what you don't know, to quote Geneva, you know, you don't know what you're looking for. So anyway, I I think we should all wear a name tag so that people know, when they're milling around, so, anyway. And then everybody bring 2 friends, and
Sounds like
we're
fun.
gonna make so much noise the cops think it's not Rich.
Yeah, right.
All right, and you had another comment?
Yeah, were we on closing the citizen input yet, or?
Yes, we just were. Did you have something?
Well, we just wanted to know where we stood,
Well, there was no appetite to put your item on the agenda again, but stay in touch with Lila. We'll talk about, next steps. And, but there's nobody that wanted to put it on the agenda for a follow-up discussion, so, no change to the process.
okay, so it could be a private discussion.
Yeah. All right, with that, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Thank you, Sue, second. I got a second from Rich. All those in favor of adjourning?
Aye.
Anybody want to stay? All right, it's unanimous. It's 7:09.